This is another quickie movie review with Ethan Griggs, and I've just seen the film Hurry Up Tomorrow, directed by Trey Edward Schultz and starring Abel, The Weeknd, Tess Faye, Jenna Ortega, and Barry Keoghan. And this is definitely a film that is unique, and especially if you're familiar with the work of Trey Edward Schultz, who also did It Comes at Night. And they're it's on a whole other level of filmmaking. And also this is it seems like a very personal film for The Weeknd. It definitely kind of takes his music. In a lot of ways, it feels like a nearly 2 hour Weeknd music video, basically. And and the music is incredible in it. Barry Keoghan, he gives an exceptional performance. But there's a lot of shit going on in this movie. I honestly couldn't tell you what the fuck went on in it. It's really just in this kind of a musician's nightmare. He's going through some shit, and all of his bullshit kind of catches up to him. So as you gotta see, it's very, very personal. A lot of fear and anxiety that's been put in the story to show the artist's struggle, and how sometimes being a piece of shit will, or hopefully come back on you, so you learn a lesson and shit. But in the way the very art house movie. So if you don't like, if you're not able to fucking enjoy a bad acid trip, the first part of the movie feels like a bad acid trip, and then the rest of it turns into kind of a psychological thriller. So it's all over the place. But one thing about it, the music is great and the visuals are really good, so if you like abstract existential cinema, you'll jizz right in your shorts. Especially if you love the music of The Weeknd, you'll enjoy this movie. But definitely probably not a movie for everybody, because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, and there's not a lot of substance if you don't really know the backstory, or it's kind of the same kind of movie they've made about musicians, but just with a whole different style. So give it up for art.